The Nick Scott Effect. The Nick Scott Effect. Available on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Facebook Watch, and everywhere podcasts are found. Interview requests and show notes available at djnickscott.com.
So it is a busy time of year for you, and I cannot believe you carved out just a few minutes for me. We had to pull some strings, but I'm so grateful that you took the time, aside from this crazy busy time of year for you, Santa, to sit down and talk to me. So thank you so much.
Well, I tell you, Nick, I know that there were some times when you were growing up where you were a little bit difficult, but you turned out to be an okay guy. And so I'm really happy to be here with you to share a little bit of what's going on right now.
Well, so what is the week of Christmas look like for Santa Claus? Let us behind that curtain a little bit. What are you preparing for right now?
Oh, my gracious sakes, my gracious. So we're checking the weather, you know. We're going over the list. I have several elves that are working on that. We're spending a lot of time making sure that we have strategically placed bags of toys around the world. You know, I can get a lot in my bag. You know, you can see the bag back there in the back.
Sure.
One of the large bags. It's very 5 and 6 dimensional, so it holds more than you think. But still, with all the children in the world, we have to place some places where I can just make a quick stop, get rid of one bag, throw on another bag, and we move on, you know, kind of like a pit stop at the races, you know.
Absolutely. And you do so much good for the world. And I think all of us parents are very appreciative for what you do with the kids and all the stops you make along the way to talk to the children throughout the month of December. So what do you do in your off time? I'm very curious. What does December 26th look like for Santa once that crazy day is over and you're starting to unwind?
Well, I tell you, it's really crazy. Those elves, you know, they sing all the time, and Mrs. Claus spends all of her time trying to keep the elves in line, make sure they're working hard, they're doing everything, and you know they are great. They're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And but when it comes to December 25th. When everything's done, when I get back to the North Pole, they just want to party. And then the singing really gets raucous. And so what we've done now, Mrs. Claus and I, on my last trip, you know, I go north to south around the earth. I just go north and south, circling around. I start on the other side of the international date line, so I actually end up with about 36 hours to get around everything. But I stopped by the North Pole on my very, very last trip, pick up Mrs. Claus, and we finish in Hawaii. We deliver everything in Hawaii, then we take a break.
That is
no
smart.
Elves, just Mrs. Claus and I hanging out at the beach, you know.
That is so smart.
It's great. We had a condo down there that we like to spend some time.
That is amazing. So I want to know also how you feel about the portrayals of you on movie and TV. Are they pretty accurate?
Well, now it depends. Some are fairly accurate. I have consulted on a few of these films, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't want to name anybody, you know, outright. There was one portrayal by Mel Gibson that he really didn't listen to me a whole lot. I don't know if you saw that portrayal, came out a year or so ago. You know, what I didn't like was it was called Fat Man. I mean, oh, come on. I am not fat. I am just jolly.
Jolly and festively plump. We'll put that. How about that? Jolly.
Mrs. Claus says I'm pleasingly plump.
So as the kids prepare for your arrival here on Christmas Eve, what are some do's and don'ts?
Well, I will tell you. As I've talked to children over the last several weeks, there's a few things I've been trying to remind them, and it would really help if you would talk to your children about it. Because
Absolutely.
I'm looking for two main things this year. Number one, listening ears. I want the children to keep their listening ears on so that they're really listening to mom and dad, because mom and dad really know what's best for them. And even though as they get older, like you did, and they rebel a little bit, mom and dad still really, really love them.
Yeah.
And you need to listen. The second thing is, and this may seem strange, but I'm telling them to clean their rooms. You don't know how many rooms are a total disaster. And when I walk in, I'm going to check their rooms before I go to the Christmas tree.
Oh, okay.
You know, I sit and I wonder, if there's toys all over the room, they're not taking care of toys. Do they really want more toys? Maybe I should lower my inventory of socks and underwear and leave that for Christmas, you know? And
That's
so
a very good point.
I'm expecting the children to keep their rooms clean and their toys put away. And so I'm going to check their room before I go to the Christmas tree this year.
And I bet there will be some very happy parents that you gave that advice away.
Well, how would you feel if their rooms were totally clean without you having to do it?
I would be ecstatic. So are we still, I know we still love milk and cookies, right? What is Santa's favorite cookie?
Round.
Anything that's round.
Round. I do like bars, you know, square. Square works.
Square
Maybe
works.
things that are shaped like Christmas trees or shaped like snowmen. You know, I don't think I ever met a cookie I didn't like. Oh, wait a minute. One year, a child said, Santa, I know you're trying to watch your weight, so we made keto cookies for you. I mean, keto cookies, that's an oxymoron. I don't know how a cookie...
How'd you feel about that?
It was very dry. I took a bite out of it. I did take a bite because I'm not going to disappoint the child, but, you know, please no keto cookies.
No keto cookies for Santa.
No.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by the Appalachian Outpost. Stop what you're doing. Do you ride side-by-sides? Do you ride four-wheelers? Do you ride dirt bikes? Do you have a big souped-up Jeep or truck that you take off-road and rock climb? This is the resort for you. They are located in the Appalachian Mountains, just outside of Logan, West Virginia. The small town of Lyburn, West Virginia, is the Appalachian Outpost. Real quick, if you just want to Google on your phone or type this in as I'm talking, go to AppalachianOutpost.com. You could see their cabins. You could see their amenities. You could see the beautiful bar and grill known as the Broken Axle, and they're getting ready to open a gas station on site. So if you are an off-road enthusiast, if you like to go off-roading, side-by-side, four-wheeling, rock climbing in your big souped-up Jeep, this is a spot for you and your friends to grab a cabin that sleeps everybody, has a kitchen inside and flat-screen TVs, all the amenities of home, and the entrance to one of the biggest Hatfield-McCoy trails is right off-site, the Rock House Trails. They are literally right there. So not only can you get great food at the Broken Axle, amazing amenities in their cabins at the Appalachian Outpost, and a gas station on site to fuel up. Man, this is the perfect spot for the off-road enthusiast. Go to AppalachianOutpost.com. You could reserve a cabin right there. You can see availability right there, and check out their concert series that happens every summer. Your boy gets to DJ alongside the concert series, so it's a lot of fun. Check them out at AppalachianOutpost.com. This episode of the podcast is sponsored by the Facial Center, located in Canal City. That is a suburb of Charleston, West Virginia, right there on the boulevard. They are a full-service medical spa to meet your aesthetic needs. The Facial Center offers skincare products, injectables, laser treatments, hormone replacements, PDO thread lifts, weight loss help, and facial cosmetic surgeries. Also, they offer tattoo removal. That's something they're helping me with. I have a lot of tattoos. I'm scheduled to get more tattoos. And like me, of someone that has a lot of tattoos, you're bound to have what I call an oops. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten that. Well, the Facial Center is here to help you remove that oops, like they're doing for me. And we're actually taking pictures throughout the process so you can see the tattoo in its full glory. And then when I'm done with the treatments, you can see that it's removed. So go to thefacialcenter.com. You can see their entire menu, an entire list of all the services that they provide, including tattoo removal. And you can schedule a consultation and your appointment today at thefacialcenter.com. So I'm going to bring a couple guests over to say hi to you here in just a few moments. But how's the reindeer doing?
Oh, They are doing marvelously. You know, a lot of the little trips that I take before Christmas Eve, I only take one. It's just Comet. Comet and I will go out on our own, and we'll fly around. Comet is really the best reindeer. You know, Comet, in fact, is the only reindeer that Mrs. Claus will let come into the house.
Oh wow!
And
Into the house? Are they
Comet
house trained?
is wonderful. He works in the kitchen.
I want to keep talking about Comet, but hey, Addison. So I've got two little ones, as you know.
Yes,
I made
know.
a special call, and I got in touch with somebody very important. They took time out of their day to talk to Daddy and to talk to you. From the North Pole, I have Santa Claus here. Do you want to come say hi? This is Addison.
Addison! Hi, guys! How are you? Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Are you being
Only Santa is
good?
on Daddy's podcast.
And hi. Hi.
Oh,
You hear
you
him,
are
Mom?
so darn cute. You look like you've grown about 4 inches this year. Boy. And look at that red hair. Do you want to know something? I used to have red hair. I mean, now what color is it now? Oh boy, it's kind of white, isn't it? But it used to be red.
I have headphones.
Oh, you can have
Yeah.
headphones after Sissy's done talking to Santa.
Yeah, they're beautiful. You know, I asked my mommy one day, I said, Mommy, how come God gave me red hair? And you know what she told me? She said, because God knew that you needed a warning label. Does that go for you too?
He ain't red. He's gray.
He's got Daddy's hair like a brownish
Yeah.
blonde color.
I see a little bit of red in there. I do.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bit of baby hairs right here that are red.
I
So,
see.
so real
I
quick,
see.
Santa has a very, very. Hold on, Oe. You can have him just a second. Santa has a very busy schedule, as we know, right? It's Christmas week, and we're very lucky that he took time out of his busy schedule to talk to us. Okay, so I want you to tell him what it is you want for Christmas, and we'll let you go first, Addison. Talking to Mike.
I want Naomi the
Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi.
Naomi's,
That's how you
okay.
pronounce it.
Yummies.
Okay.
I want a lot of Legos. I want a lounge fly. I want Stitch makeup brushes and Minnie and princesses and Stitch clothes.
Whoa. What if I told you I would only bring one present? What
gotta
would
pick
you
one.
do? What would you
Or
ask
two.
for?
One? Only
Yeah.
one? If I can only choose one present.
Maybe two. How about pick two? Maybe Santa's feeling giving.
I would choose the lounge fly.
Lounge fly.
The lounge fly that I chose out for Christmas, and the Minnie and Mickey and the princess and the Stitch clothes.
Minnie, Mickey, and Stitch clothes.
That's very popular. That's very popular. The elves are working hard on getting those produced. So we'll see what we can do. I can't promise anything, but we'll see what we can do, okay?
Okay.
Before we give Oe a turn, do you have anything you want to say to Santa?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'll have cookies and I'll lay out carrots for the reindeer.
I see.
All right,
Well,
let's give Oe a shot.
very
Come here,
proud of
Oe.
you.
This is Owen. Let's put the
Hi,
headphones on
Owen.
you, Owen.
Can you hear me, Owen?
Yes.
Yes. Hi.
Now, what you got to tell
I
Santa?
wish you were
what
sitting
want for
on my
Christmas.
knee right now instead of your daddy's. That would be
So
pretty cool.
I want a big Buzz Lightyear robot cannot walk, but pretend walk. You make it pretend walk, but
Buzz Lightyear? To infinity and beyond.
I want a big Buzz Lightyear robot.
A big Buzz. Well, I will see what we can do. Again, like I told your sister, I don't promise anything. Because you know what I want to see?
What?
You don't have to get so
I
close.
want to see if your room is clean when I come.
Okay.
Is your room clean right now? Yeah? Okay, well, you have a few nights to practice.
And so I want two things. I want A remote control monorail.
A remote control monorail. We've been to Disney, and he sees the monorail go around, and they make a remote control monorail. So he wants a remote control one for his room.
You like riding the monorail? Yeah, very cool. What do you like the best at Disney?
What the queen cars?
Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. Yes, indeed. He's pretty cool.
Before Santa has to go, is there anything else you want to say to him real quick? He's got a very busy week.
So how are you gonna get presents for us?
Because I'm very quick. And I go around the earth very, 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 very quickly. And I can get in and out. I get in the house. I check your bedroom, make sure it's clean. I get to the tree. I leave the presents. I up and I'm out. I'm away to the next house. In a twinkling of an eye.
Oh, that sister forgot to ask Santa her room's clean.
Yeah, Santa wants to know if your room's clean.
And
I'll clean it up.
And
So yeah, you got it. I want you to practice that.
And
Okay, 5 days to practice.
and next I saw Buzz Lightyear. I saw a Buzz Lightyear at Disney.
Yeah,
You saw Buzz at
very
Disney.
Cool. Did he come and talk to you?
Well,
Yes.
Oh.
And guess what? There's
What?
a Buzz Lightyear ride
Really?
yeah.
at Disney.
cool.
At Disney.
Well, as much as we love having Santa with us, he's got a very busy schedule. So, well, hold on. So say bye to Santa real quick, okay?
Bye.
Bye. I want you all to give each other a big hug and pretend that I'm hugging you too, okay?
Hey,
Just
when
give
you
yourself a
big
big hug. Oh, that's good. Because we're supposed to love our brothers and sisters. Very good. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, you want to say
I'll
what? He can
feed
hear
you
you. Go
with
ahead.
a
One last
couple
thing.
Alright. Your elf that you sent to come and watch us, she's right now. Yesterday she was in my Barbie house.
I think
having
the
a
elf
dance
is more
party.
commonly known as the elf on the shelf.
Well,
Santa.
no. You have to know something about those elves. You know how children grow up?
Yeah.
Elves grow down.
Huh?
And the older the elves are, the smaller they get. And so the ones that come out and sit in your house that you can see are very, 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 very old. And because of that, they can get very mischievous. So you have to make a promise. You have to make a promise.
Okay.
Do not turn on a ceiling fan without looking at the ceiling fan. Do you have ceiling fans in your house, right? Yeah. Sometimes they like to hang on to the ceiling fan.
We've
And
had
one
that.
day-
We've had that.
What?
We've had that already.
Really?
He was hanging from the ceiling fan last week.
It just
Do you know what happened? Someone turned the ceiling fan without looking, and you know what happened to the elf? He went, and he flew off and hit the wall. So I need you to really be careful before you turn on the ceiling fan to make sure he's not there. Thank you for helping me take
And
care of
right
the
now
medical needs of the
she's
elves.
in the fake. She's in the fake snow. Our elf's name we named her Snowflake. You know why? Because she has on her skirt. She had little snowflakes.
Yeah, well, everybody gets to name the elf what they want. But I have my own name for the elves. And I know their real elf name, but I can't tell you.
It's super secret.
Because if you knew their real elf name, they may want to give you a hug. And I can't have you touching the elf. Because then they lose some of their magic, okay?
See, he knows. All right, well, let's say bye to Santa. He's got a
Bye.
very busy schedule. So thank you.
Bye. Be
Tell all the
good.
reindeer I told them I'm laying out carrots for them.
Which one?
All
Which
of them.
reindeer?
All of them.
What are their names?
Dasher, Prancer, Vixen, Rudolph.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer,
Prancer,
Vixen,
Vixen,
Comet,
Comet,
Cupid,
Cupid,
Donder, Blitzen,
Blitzen.
and Rudolph. And there's one more in the song. Do you know there's 10 reindeer in that song?
How many reindeer do you have?
Oh, I have lots of reindeer, but there's 10 in the song. You know, and I'll be real quick. Listen to the song and tell me if you can hear the name of the next reindeer. You ready?
Yeah.
Rudolph, reindeer, have river shiny, and the other you ever say it goes, all the other reindeer, you call them, they left Rudolph join the reindeer. Then one foggy Christmas day, I went out to say, "Oh, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, once you then all the reindeer loved it, and they said, with glee, Rudolph, this reindeer, you're going on history." Did you hear the name of the 10th reindeer?
Rudolph.
No. He's 9.
Comet.
Nope. Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
It's Olive.
Huh?
Yeah, Olive the other reindeer. In fact,
Made a joke on you.
you can go with Daddy and Mommy, and you can go on the internet, and you can search for Olive the other reindeer, and you'll find stories about her.
Wow.
And if it's on
What's
the
your
internet,
gift?
it's got to be true.
I tell you what, since he's coming Christmas Eve, go look at Olive, the other reindeer, and then tell him about it. We'll write him a letter.
Okay?
Can you blow him a
Very
kiss
cool.
and say thank you?
Good job.
Thank you. See you on Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Well, Santa, you definitely brightened the night of 2 little ones here in Charleston, West Virginia. So, and as you do throughout the entire world. And I promised you we'd keep this short because you have such a busy schedule. So as we start to wind down, is there a message or something you would like to give to all those this Christmas season?
You know, my message to the world is Christmas is about love. That's what it's about. Love was born in a stable. It's about love, joy, peace, and hope. And it's something that this world doesn't have right now. And we need to set aside partisanship. We need to set aside petty jealousies. We need to set aside arguments within families and come together. Because if we can do that, we can enjoy the peace that we're meant to have. And so that's my wish for the world. That families that are separated can come together. That friends that don't speak to each other can share again. And they can all understand the peace and the love, the joy, and the hope from Christmas.
That's pretty powerful, Santa. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and my 2 little crazy children. And we're very thankful for all that you do on Christmas Eve, for all those around the world, and very thankful you took the time to talk to us today.
Okay, well, listen, the only thing I could say is Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
A good night. Thank you, Santa.